Hi, my name is Jordan Kuehler, and this is my presentation on Citrix. Give you some background information about it and a little how-to and go over some of the applications within Citrix. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, this is a presentation on how-to about Citrix by Jordan Kuehler. I'm going to start with background knowledge on Citrix, teaching you the basics and stuff like that. First off, I'd like to start with a disclaimer. You're more than welcome to read over this, but so everyone knows, this is for educational purposes only. This PowerPoint and video that I'll be showing. In this PowerPoint, you may see pictures and registered trademarks of Citrix logos, like you see on the right here. That is one of Citrix registered trademark logos, and they are not to be duplicated. This is not for sale. It is only for educational purposes only, and that is the intention of this PowerPoint and video. Lesson 1, background on Citrix. What is Citrix? Citrix is a program that connects an end user to a server desktop. In other words, it's basically a screen sharing program that allows someone from their desktop PC to view a screen that is being shared on the server. Most people in the field refer to it as like an RDP connection, stuff like that, but it's more or less a screen being shared from the server to an end user's desktop. Why would management choose Citrix? The 3 reasons on the right are the top 3 reasons that management would want to choose Citrix. It's easy to install software to a large group of employees. Back in the day, IT managers would have to go around and install software on everyone's individual computer. But now, with Citrix, they only need to install it once on the Citrix server and publish it to everyone, and then everyone has it on their Citrix desktop. It's as simple as that. Citrix is a form of redundancy. Citrix has the server backed up mostly every night, and then you have full backups on weekends, all done through your IT department and your data center. Most desktop PCs don't have that form of redundancy and stuff like that. What's also nice is it works on a cross-platform environment. If you have a MacBook, you can run the same programs that you would on a Windows PC. If you have a Linux laptop or a Linux running computer, you can still have your same Windows applications through Citrix with no major changes. All you got to do is install different end user Citrix clients. Why would you, as a user, choose Citrix? It's a reliable program that can be used from any computer. Like I stated before, it can be used from a Windows computer, a Mac, a Linux computer, and so on. You don't have to worry if your PC crashes. Say you're taking your laptop and you're out to coffee with a coworker and they spill coffee on your laptop. Your laptop dies, you don't lose any of your information because it was all stored on the server, which is then backed up through your data center, through your IT department. Also, Citrix is one of those programs that is easy and fun to work with, and it's not that hard to learn once you get used to it. Part 2 of this video will be me teaching you how to access Citrix and a little bit more from within the user interface.
My name is Jordan Kuehler, and this is part 2 of the 2-part series on about Citrix, how to use and access Citrix. I'd like to start by saying some background information would be nice to have before going into this lesson. Would be to have background knowledge on a VPN, Cisco, preferably a Cisco VPN connection or a VPN connection of your choosing. I'm going to start this demonstration by logging onto Citrix and going through the logon process, and by going through different applications that most common people would use. We're going to start by going down to your system tray, and as you can see, I'm currently logged off at the moment. You're going to right click and click log on. Now this is going to prompt you for username and password, or username and credentials. You should be able to get this username and password from your IT department or IT staff. I'm going to go ahead and log in here. Okay, as you can see down here, the little gray thing has went from a little gray circle with the two little screens to a blue screen. What I'm going to do now is bring up my Citrix Desktop. I'm going to right click again, go to Desktop, and click ASCO here. Bringing this up is the desktop environment that I should be working in. As it's connecting here, it's going to bring me into kind of like a screen sharing session with the Citrix server. As you can see now, this is the server desktop, and this is where I should be doing most of my work throughout the day. I'm going to go full screen here. I prefer full screen. I know some people don't. The reason why I prefer full screen is I don't get confused with other background information and stuff like that. Some of the icons you can see on the left here is you have Mozilla Firefox, Adobe Reader 9, this SQL server here. You have your Exchange Microsoft email at the bottom. Now if I click Start All Programs, now this is a list of all the programs that I have access to with this Citrix server. I have Windows contacts, I have a remote desktop session that I could start up. Going through the list here, I have access to IBM series for Windows, which would allow me to get into my company's AS400 and allow me to do financial information, be able to go that route. We also have Microsoft Office. We have the whole Office product suite for 2007 loaded on here. So this would allow me to use Microsoft PowerPoint 2007, Microsoft Word on other applications like that. Now, while I'm going through this, let me state that each individual company may have a different application set on their Citrix server. Some of the other companies that I work for have their Office suite is Microsoft Office 2007. Another company doesn't use IBM series for Windows, so they don't have that installed at all. But basically, this is where you would come. This is where you would click on your Windows applications, launch your Windows applications. This is where you would do most of your work throughout the day and stuff. There is also a feature. To continue about talking with the Windows Explorer feature, you have Windows Explorer here. And now what's nice is through Windows Explorer, I'm able to access my network drives, as you can see here. And now these network drives are stored at the data center in Allentown, Pennsylvania. But say I'm a traveling road salesman and I travel all across the country. With Citrix, I'm able to access these anywhere in the country as long as I have an internet connection. And with that internet connection, I can log into Citrix and I'm able to access these drives. The nice thing is, if I am at a conference in Las Vegas, this actually happened to one of the guys. They were at a conference out in Las Vegas and their laptop got stolen. Well, he was out there for 2 weeks, had no laptop. He was able to go to the business center at the hotel he was staying at and still access all of his files and information through Citrix at that desktop without having his laptop there. Also nice about this feature is these files that are on these network drives are backed up every night and also have full backups on weekends. So if your computer that you're currently using, say the hard drive crashes, normally your files would be stored on that hard drive. Hard drive crashes, unfortunately, can't retrieve any of the files. But if you go through Citrix, you are able to have all of your files kept in one place and that are constantly backed up and ensured that those files will be available if your physical computer would break. So this is the end of my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, write a comment, write some criticism. This is how I would like to present Citrix to you. Feel free to call the IT department of your company and ask any questions about Citrix. Thank you and have a nice day.